Hey everyone, it's Sarah Fleming from Prepare to Die Papercrafts. Today we're going to make this card with the Frosted Floral Suite using the First Frost Stamps and Dies bundle. I'll show you the stamps and the dies and then we will get started. I accidentally buried them under a bunch of projects. So here are the stamps. I like this stamp set because it really is perfect for all seasons. And it's even got a season filled with warmth, comfort, and good cheer, so that makes it great for Christmas. And then it has a wishing you all the best, which is great for all occasions, and then congratulations. This makes a really lovely wedding card. So I want to show you what you can do with this on this card today, and here are the dies that go with it. That's not one of them, but we will use that die in this video. This is probably my favorite die in the holiday catalog. The little branches, they're just beautiful, especially when you cut them with glimmer paper. And then these are frames. We're not using them in this video, but I want to show you, you can get the bigger frame or you can use the smaller frame, or you can put them together and cut out both a small frame and a little tiny skinny frame. So that's pretty cool. And then you have double dies here so that if you're stamping several little flowers like these two or these two, then you can actually cut them both out at the same time without having to run it through the Big Shot twice. You can just cut it everything at once. So gorgeous set, and now we're going to get started. This is a Night of Navy card base that I'm using, and it's 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and I've cut at 5 1/2, or scored at 5 1/2, I'm sorry. And then this is a piece of mint macaron cardstock. It's 3 5/8 by 4 5/8. Whoa, my glue went everywhere. This is a brand new glue that I'm just opening, and I shook it really well before I started, so maybe I shouldn't have. So I'm just going to glue this down. Actually, usually I'm mad at first before I glue it down, but I'm playing dangerously. So I'm going to glue this to the card base. So mint macaron is one of the featured colors in this suite, and so is Night of Navy. I tried to go with colors from the paper. I think the old olive might not be in this suite, but it goes. Old olive always pairs really well with pear pizzazz, and if you have a bunch of mixed greens for floral things, then Old Olive is a great choice. This is a piece of the Frosted Floral Designer Series paper. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'll see if I can get the shimmer to show up on camera. So it shimmers. Isn't that pretty? And I just love this. I love the kind of the watercolor look to these flowers. And now I'm gonna stamp first before we die cut anything so that we can get that all done at once. And so I'm going to put this aside for a second and get my things that I'm stamping on. So I'm going to stamp this flower. It's the bigger flower. I'm going to stamp it in powder pink, but I'm also going to add some Mary Merlot to the middle like they did on the paper, because I'm trying to kind of match the paper. Now, I don't have the Mary Merlot ink pad, so I'm using the marker, but I usually would use the ink pad and I would sponge the color into the part of the flower with one of the Stampin' Sponges. So I'm going to fill this up with powder pink, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of color, mostly around the middle, with Mary Merlot. And since this is kind of, you know, a watercolory look, I'm not going to try to get it to look perfect or anything. I just want it to kind of add some deeper color in there. And you can add it in different spots too. And then I'm going to huff on it to make sure none of my powder pink dried. And then stamp it, and there you come out with kind of a two-tone flower. Oh, that's so pretty. And then I'm going to do the same thing over again, and then grab the Blackberry Bliss. Okay. Let me close this one. And we're stamping the congratulations. And I just have a scrap piece that looked rectangular. I think it's 3/4 of an inch. Yes, it is. That's what my grid paper says. So I'm going to try to stamp it straight. Okay, that's pretty straight, but not very well centered, but that's okay because I'll trim off a little bit of the bottom. In fact, I'll get my trimmer now. First, I'll trim the side. this is kind of my preferred way for stamping sentiments when I'm not going to be die cutting them, is to just stamp them and then kind of trim them all around. I think I'm just going to cut off about a 1/16 here. Okay, that's perfect. So we're going to have that, and I'm actually going to bring in, this time I'm going to put this behind it, except I'm going to cut that some too. So let's bring over the big shot. This is Pear Pizzazz cardstock. I know, don't fall out of your chair. I never use Pear Pizzazz, but it looked really nice on this card, so I did it. And so this is the second largest oval from the Stitch Shapes framelits. And so that's cut, and now I'm going to cut the flowers. And I have a couple of leaves to cut with this little leafy die. Come off of there. Put this over here so I don't lose it. Y'all know I like to lose things. And oh, I already got the die. I just need the cardstock. So I'm going to cut 2 of these. And then all of our cutting's done, and we can put our card together. Okay. So now the next thing that we put down are the little leafy things. And so I'm just going to set those there, and then we'll glue those. And I just glue, when I'm gluing stuff down like leaves and branches and stuff, I only glue like the bottom so that this top part can kind of stick up. I think it looks nicer that way. It gives you a little more dimension and texture. That'll be good there. Let me wipe my fingers. I forgot to get out a wet baby wipe, so I'm going to really have to clean my little cloth that I sometimes clean stamps with. Okay, now the ribbon, which I have. Well, I will get a new piece because I had it. So this is the 1/4 inch, let's see, Tranquil Tide 1/4 inch velvet ribbon. It's very nice and soft. It's lovely. And it comes in this suite. Now I'm still taking orders for my sweet shares. I'm just doubling this a couple of times. It kind of ends up looking like a bow once you put stuff on top of it, but it lays flatter than a bow so that you can, so that you don't end up with a big bulky mess to try to get over. Let me put a piece of tear and tape down. So I'm still taking orders from the sweet shares. The Frosted Floral Suite is in there, and so I'll have up in the link, I'll have the link for where you can order those. And in the sweet share, you get, if you order a consumable share, you get half of all the consumables that are in the suite. And then then you can also add stamps, dies. You can add stamps or the dies. So it's all explained in the little link that I'll put in. But this is just a gorgeous suite. Oh. Okay, that's kind of, I'm going to turn this one around because you can do that when it's not really tied. You can just kind of make it do what you want. And then scissors, which got buried. I'll trim this off right here. I always trim at an angle, not just because it's prettier that way, because it also keeps ribbon from unraveling. Okay, so now we're going to stick that on with dimensionals. All right. Stick this on. Oh, I don't know if I told you. The little leaves I cut out of Old Olive. And then this little frame is Pear Pizzazz. Okay. It's very dark here today. We've been having a thunderstorm off and on, which I love. Okay, I'm going to glue this on and then trim So I'll put my glue here. And then I'll trim the edges of the Blackberry Bliss cardstock. Just because I don't know how much I need until it's on there. Now the Blackberry Bliss is a little bit skinnier than the, and I'm just trimming those off with my snips. Oh, that one came out a little shorter. Okay, so this, that'll go there. Yeah, I like that. I like it better like that. And I'm going to stick that on. Let me see if I did dimensionals. Nope, I just glued that one on. Because I have a lot of dimension on this little part of the card, so. But yeah, we've been getting thunderstorms, and I hope that means we're going to get cooler temperatures. Because that would be just wonderful. I'm going to snip this off so it doesn't overlap the edge of the card. We'll see if I can. Okay. Now the flowers. I remember sticking them over here. So that'll go here. Let's see. I just want a dimensional under the part that doesn't overlap the frame, because I'm going to glue that part to the frame, and so I just want dimensional where it's not on the frame so that it's kind of all the same level. Okay, I want to make sure it overlaps this the little banner, and then this one too. I just want a dimensional under here, and I'm going to use a baby dimensional. Technically they're called mini dimensionals, but I just love calling them baby dimensionals. So I think I'm going to put one down at the bottom too. Okay. So then a little glue. And that's that done. And now we just need some of these. These are awesome. These are the frosted and clear epoxy droplets that come in the suite. This one is, these are frosted and these are clear. Let's see, what do we do? I did the frosted. And I don't ever push them down until I'm sure I like where they are. Up here is good. Nope. And that's exactly why, because that one I got too close to the flower. You could also put them on the flowers to look like droplets. And then I'll push them down. So there's that card.